things are really progressing there. It's exciting. And I know you've got, an executive session next week to talk about some matters. I'll join you if that's okay. And then on Tuesday, I think you're voting, aren't you, on that ballot issue? So we're right there, which is pretty cool. Do you want to comment any further on it, Mark?
Well, we are working on this and having the negotiating team with Chris's leadership has been having discussions on how we can move through this. We're looking at this will probably come to you in the form of resolutions, in a series of resolutions. Is that correct, Chris? Did we say four or five of them? Four of them. Okay. One of them would deal, of course, with the lease itself. One of them would one of the resolutions would deal with the establishment of the funds to mitigate para, the liability and the bonds, using that term loosely, and setting that procedure aside. One of them would deal with the establishment of the foundation, and then there's going to need to be one that we need to do soon as we finish this process. There's going to be a period of time where a specific group of people, which we would call a board, is going to need to sign the document. It's not the final board, but it's a group of people who have been designated by the council to sign the document. Matt, we're probably going to ask you that the negotiating team be that group, because that's the only function they have, and they're the ones that have the most knowledge about what's in the lease. So once we would sign it on your behalf. The future board is another process that we're going to have to deal with probably before October 1st. Chris, did I cover everything?
Yes, and you actually were right. It is 4 or 5, and the 5th, it occurred to me, is the ballot title.
That is the 5th one. Yeah. How could we forget that? The ballot title and language will be coming to you as well. So we're moving forward on that. I think the foundation is the one that we're working on the most with right now. And to me, the lease I think is, as you all know, I feel very strongly is an incredible opportunity for us, and to partner with the #1 academic hospital in the nation to increase that the quality of care is just, to me, I'm really excited about that. And so we're working on that. The main thing that we're dealing now is the governance of the foundation, and we'll work through that and have something for you hopefully by Monday that we can bring something to you.
Well, and I understand the sticking point is who has the authority and who's involved with both appointing and the foundation board and then the oversight. And I know we'll try to get this resolved obviously by Monday. I think that the public's looking for both council and mayor involvement there. Although in talking with Merv in terms of ongoing oversight of that foundation, I don't think that's something where it makes sense to have both a mayor and council responsible for that. Everybody and nobody's kind of in charge. So, but hopefully we can work out amicably here how we're going to nominate and you're going to appoint that board. I certainly respect Section 9-10 of the charter, which says the council appoints boards and commissions. I think it'll be comforting to the public to know that the mayor's involved at least in the setup of the foundation and then the selection of the initial trustees.
Yeah, the reason for it won't be a simple motion, but it'll be resolutions, is that there needs to be some detail related to what we're agreeing on. So it's just not a simple motion, but let's say the foundation, we're going to have a resolution that outlines all the issues related to that foundation, but it also creates some controls in there so that and then we're going to recommend that those controls be put directly into the bylaws of that foundation so that we don't have issues that we've just experienced happening to us in the future. So we'll give you far more definition. We're working on those things right now. There's a list of 4 items that would be involved in just the foundation portion of it. The others are going to be a little easier and simpler. I wanted to go back to one resolution regarding an interim board, which will probably be a 3-person group. It would probably be Brandy, myself, and Chris Melcher. And their job will only be to sign the document on our behalf. That's the only responsibility for that.
And Merv, just to clarify, I think that actually I agree that it's a very temporary thing, but I think from a formality or a bureaucratic thing, I think council actually has to make that appointment.
That's correct. It is a council's decision to do that, and we have to make that appointment. And they are not a decision-making board. They're signing a document responsibility. Is that correct?
How much time are we gonna have?
Correct. That would need to be done Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
Cause I don't wanna get it like on Friday.
Actually, Tim just asked a great question. Go.
Oh.
I thought I'd say that, didn't you?
No. You're sitting next, and you're on the right. You're next to me, and you're on the right. I mean, I don't
Tim
know.
asked are we going to have a chance to look at that stuff ahead of time?
Typically, we get it like an hour ahead. It's kind of silly.
Can we get that stuff on Friday to come out? Can we get that stuff in the Friday mail, I guess?
Yes. And
So
can
we
we-
have the weekend to look at it.
And can we try and get all the facts? Because what I've found is that in many cases, and it's proved up,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and it's proved up especially in the last council, with regard to Frex actually, we really don't get all the facts all the time, so it'd be helpful if we could really have staff, and with no disrespect, attend to getting us all the details so we can actually make good decisions based on fact. That would be helpful.
Well, it's very fair. I just got it half an hour ago, this 24 item checklist in meeting with Merv and Chris. And I just said I really can't even comment until I have a chance to digest it. You need to have the same opportunity.
I'll take one more stab at it. When we get the facts, I don't want to be politically biased by staff. Again, with no disrespect, I'd like to have facts. I'm fairly able to discern what I want to do when I get the facts. And sometimes I feel like from staff, we get, biases that they may have preconceived notions of outcome. I don't want that anymore. I just want facts.
Well,
I don't think there's anything
Well,
like that.
maybe we better have a team building session. Well, but I'm kidding, because we're in the same place. I really believe this. I think we all want the same thing, and I know that senior staff does. And we will get there. I know I keep saying that, but keep in mind, I just yesterday announced 4 new senior managers. Carl Skinner, Chief Financial Officer. We've got 3 other great new people, but they just started. The new Parks Director just started Monday. Our new City Engineer / Public Works Director started 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we want to get there too, trust me. I mean, this business of getting a piece of paper and being asked on the spot, is this okay, doesn't cut it for you or for me. And so I know the staff's committed to that. We just need to operate like the fire department. You notice they never have any controversies. Something about that, we can model that. I want to mention something I did yesterday. I mentioned police in the elevator, and I know, Brandy, you had a chance right after you were elected, I think, to ride along with the fire department. I want to commend that to all of you. I spent yesterday afternoon with Station 8 out on Airport Road. It's the 7th busiest fire station in the country, in the entire United States. Isn't that something? 7th busiest fire station, if you will, or substation, whatever they call that, in the United States of America. We went on, I think they set me up here, actually, kind of like the police department, but we went on 8, and Daniel, you should go on one of these, really, because it really is an eye-opener as to what these people do and the people they help, which gets me back to local bus service, which is for another day, but we went on 8 runs yesterday in a space of 2 hours. I got there, they said hello, we got on the truck, came back, I got to drink the water, we left again. It's amazing what these people do, including in emergency medical services. They get there first typically, before AMR does. I watched them in 8 different situations administer to these people, one of whom had a heart attack and so forth. And just to meet the humanity of it all, and it was pretty telling to me, not only about how fortunate we are to have these people in this city, in this case in the fire department, but also our citizens out there. And we keep talking about trying to get jobs in Southeast Colorado Springs, and we want to double and redouble that effort. But here are people, a lot of whom don't have cars. They can't get anywhere except the bus. And it's really a very stressful, difficult situation. Anyway, I would just commend that to you to run along with the fire department and the police department. It's a real eye opener